Hi, this is Jared Stepp with Facebook.com/JaredSteppMusic. Welcome back to another edition of Backstage Pass. And this time we're going to take a break from our stories behind the songs, and I want to get into a couple videos called CD Perspiration. And this one is going to talk through the recording process. Now, as I said in the first video, God gave me exactly how and when and the process for doing this process when I was out of the Power of God in a Shekinah Glory service at our church. And I got to just kind of downloaded it all to me. I wrote it out on my phone as to what He wanted to do through it. And this is what He told me to do. He told me to do it solo. And I don't just mean a solo project in terms of I've written all the music or that. He told me to do it completely solo. In my studio, learning how to record everything, do all the instrumentation myself, and basically learn the whole process, beginning to end, start to finish, recording a CD and producing a CD. I've been involved in lots of parts of the recording process. I did studio vocals for a while. Professional studio vocals. I've been involved in lots of different studios and, like I said, lots of different demo projects. But I had never really learned how to record myself well. I never really learned the process of perfecting and editing well and mixing well and mastering or any of that stuff. And so I decided, of course, to follow God's leading and be obedient to the Lord. And I have to give a shout out right now to a guy on the internet named Graham Cochran from the Recording Revolution, because I had followed his video tutorials. And in fact, if you're getting into recording at any level, at the beginning level, entry level, start listening to his free tutorials and start recording something. If you've got a piece to record with, GarageBand, whatever. But start listening to his tutorials, and you will learn, you will grow by leaps and bounds. And then as you go further, you could buy some of his stuff as well. But his free stuff is awesome. It's awesome. Anyway, so I listened to that. My wife joked that Graham would go to bed with us sometimes because I'd have his little videos playing on my phone, and she got a little bit annoyed, but thought it was funny. And I'd have those little videos and I'd be learning. And basically it became obvious to me that it would have been strange if I would have tried to drag a band through the whole recording process with me when I didn't really know what I was doing going into the process. And, hey, stop guys, wait a second, I gotta take a couple hours and learn how to do that before we move on in this recording process. Wouldn't have been cool working with a band. But this has allowed me, the way that God told me to do it, initially set me on the path to learn all this stuff well, to put all the hours in that I need to put in. And of course, in a CD process, you want to be able to say, hey, this thing came out of nowhere. It was just all talent, and just have there be so much mystery, and it'd be this cool thing. But the bottom line is, there's a lot of work. And there's a lot of hours, and I would have I spent maybe 600 hours over the past 6 months tracking, recording, editing, mixing, mastering, listening to these things over and over and over again. And I don't know if you've ever listened on a pair of headphones for 6 hours straight and listened to the same song or same sections of one song for 6 hours straight, but it gets a little crazy and your ears just start to ring, and you get your mind just starts to go to mush, and after you have to take breaks and that kind of thing. And I started to learn how to do it better, and hopefully better and better and better, and hopefully future projects will even be better. But I've been learning, and that's been my recording process. It's been a lot of hard work, and thank God for my family. And you're going to hear about them in the next CD Perspiration video. Hear from them and about them in the next CD Perspiration video. You're going to really love that. But I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Backstage Pass. The recording process has been a ton of work. I've done all of it myself. The keyboards, I did it all in this room. The guitars, the bass guitar, I played on my bass guitar. I did the drums on tracks on either keyboard or with MIDI sounds on the computer, and I even utilized some loops in the drum sounds. I tried to make them sound as real as possible. These are all real drum sampled sounds, so they were real drums at one point, but mixing them to make them sound as good as possible. I didn't dive into the whole recording live drums thing because I'm not a drummer. But all that to say, learning mic placement, learning how to do all that, it's huge. The waters are so deep in this process. I've enjoyed it, and God's really given me patience for it and strength for it. It's supernaturally, I believe, because I don't think I could have done it without that. But I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Backstage Pass. Like me on Facebook.com/Jared Stepp Music, and come to the CD release concert. It's coming up soon. I'm so excited. God bless you. Have a great time.